Good morning, everybody. Good morning, children. And Lini, what is this? Today I did not hear you calling me loudly. Instead, you sent such a lovely message to make Ritu ma'am emotional. What is this? Such a beautiful message. Thank you, Lini. Thank you so much, Bache. It gives me so much of pleasure to do something. This is a small thing for my lovely kids. This is the least I can do for all of you. You give me a chance. You know what I would like to do? Okay, I'll say good morning later. But what would I like to do? I would like to hire the biggest auditorium and have all of you children there with me, in front of me. And we are going to celebrate being together. Hopefully, who knows, one day it just might come true. And we will get Elite Uncle also there. Elite Uncle, you will be managing our whole show. My children are going to be performing and they are going to be, performing so well. And I want to be there with all of you, physically there, like seeing you and confirming that you are really brats. I know it, but then it will be confirmed my brats are actually brats. All right, now let's see who all are there. Danny, good morning. Subodhayam, Danny. Faizan, walaikum assalam, bache. Good morning, kids. And Arundhati is there. Binatul, I'm so lucky you're there. You are in very few lectures, you are live. So these are one of those few lectures when you people can manage to be with me. Lovely, wonderful. That's wonderful. And Manikandan, good morning. Mayuri, how are you? Calvin, how are you, bache? Okay, Yashwant, yes, I've had my breakfast. And Rohan, what? I will talk about it. Wait, I'll just talk about it. And in fact, on Sunday also, I'm having a session on V.O.T.E itself. So you will get even more clarity on that. Priyadarshini, good morning, bache. Priyadarshini, rocking the leaderboard, rocking Menti all the time. Give somebody else a chance, pretty girl. And look at that. This is Anmol. Good morning, Anmol. Akshara, good morning. Karishma, good morning. Good morning, Karishma. Ashwini, you are there. I'm so glad you are there. And today's again, we are continuing with the conduction of the nerve impulse. Small topic now. Is the monitor giving you instruction? Lini, so beautiful it is. Okay. Rohan, Rohan, your birthday is tomorrow, Saturday or Sunday? Rohan, tell me. Yashwant is saying passion is pushing yourself to the limits when no one else is around. Start this beautiful and good morning with a purpose. How beautiful. Rafiq, good morning. Rafiq, I don't get to hear I don't get to see your name very often. Be there more often. Saturday, Rohan, tomorrow is Menti. Tomorrow, Saturday, Menti, Rohan's birthday. Rohan, be there in the Menti. Rohan, will you be there in the Menti? And Rohan, it's your birthday and it's Menti. See what I do. I will put you straight on top somewhere. All legally. I'm sorry, Rohan. You are so wrong. Even when you are 50 years old, you will stay a kid, a child for us. 100%. You ask your parents about it. You feel very good about it. Legally, the last year of being a child. But there's no fun. I'm telling you, there's no fun growing up. Stay kids. Stay Ritu ma'am's most favorite kids forever. What do you think? After 20 years, Ritu ma'am will not call you kids. I will call you kids and the brats in front of your kids only. You will see that. All right, let's start with your favorite Ritu ma'am. Okay, now, and yes, you heard about V.O.T.E, and all of you who haven't heard what V.O.T.E is all about, Yesterday evening, we had a live session with our founders, Pulkit sir and Vamsi sir, talking about what V.O.T.E is. Please don't miss it. If you haven't seen it, please do watch it. So V.O.T E, 28th March, 4th April, 11th April, 18th April. There are 4 tests. 4 tests happening, and what amazing prizes. It's free. Of course, you can participate in this. Okay, this is Vedantu Online Talent Examination. And what all prizes to win. My God, some of you can actually go visit NASA. NASA we are talking about. And have you seen the pictures? How beautiful the pictures NASA is sending us from Mars. From Mars, the red planet. All right. So 2020 was tough for everybody. It was tough for everybody. Okay. For me personally, I met you all. It was wonderful thing which happened to me, that I got connected to you all. But yes, as far as your education is concerned, the regular pattern of education is concerned, going to the classrooms, having friends around, fighting with them, fighting over small erasers and pencils and all of that, that went missing. That went missing. Okay, and then when it gets over school, I remember the bell ringing, and oh my God, aha moment of the day, when I would rush out of the school, run out of the school. Okay, so all those moments of school and colleges, certain states have 11th and 12th as colleges. Okay, they went missing. So that was a setback. Okay, that was a setback. Can you imagine the students who just started learning? The kindergarten students who just started, 1 year passed by, they've not seen their teacher personally ever. They've never seen the teacher. They've seen the teacher on screen, okay, and never met the teacher. So a setback was 2020. Now let's make a comeback. And what fun way comeback. That's such fun way comeback. All right. We have pledged for your comeback. Your comeback moment starts now. Let's get back on the track. Okay. Now here, from any part of the country you are, for any east, west, north, south, any part, everybody was affected. Everybody was affected. We still are reeling under the effects of 2020. Okay. So here, we pledge to make a comeback with V.O.T.E, a comprehensive assessment exam. Okay, now look at this exam, bache. Okay, look at that. Just a second, bache. 1 minute. Technology stays technology. Okay, now here let's see. There are various prizes. I told you 4 tests happening. You can take 1, 2, 3 or 4, any number. Okay, you can take the test and various prizes to be won. My God, look at that. Become the CEO of Vedantu for 1 day. And then order Ritu ma'am. What is supposed to be done? Ritu ma'am, do this. All right. Then stand a chance to win all expenses paid trip to NASA. Wow. It's been a dream of every child. I mean, till date, it's my dream. Okay. Then win exciting prizes like everyday drones, telescopes, laptops, and more. By winning daily challenges, there is a challenge every day. Every day. And then along with that, you are also earning V coins and daily prizes. Look at that. Daily challenges and today's prize. There is Kindle. Oh my God. All right. Then Echo Dot and all of this. Oh my God. You people, gadget freaks. Google Home Mini. All right. JBL headphone and so many more prizes to win. Main prize and daily weekend challenges. Wow. Are you looking at this? One of this or more than one of this is yours. Your name written on it. So, Get going. It's, you know what I call it? I call it learning with fun. It's just enjoy participating in it and win the prizes. Win the prizes. Now, visit vdnt.in/VDNT Elite. Register yourself there. And please do watch the live session yesterday in the evening. Our founders, they presented it. Don't miss to watch it. All right. Now download this app, vdnt.in/VDNT Elite. Vedantu Online Talent Exam, and register for V.O.T.E. Then registering for V.O.T.E, then you will get a V.O.T.E ID card. Then you will be choosing your V.O.T.E days, 28th March, 4th, 11th, 8th. I'm telling you, appear in all of them. Appear in all of them. Then choose your V.O.T.E days like this. And then exam pattern is PCB for 11th standard, physics, chemistry, biology. You know it all. Questions, 22 physics question, chemistry 22, maths 46 or bio 46. Marking pattern, PCB mein, bache, it will be physics, chemistry and bio. Marking pattern +4, -1, just like NEET exam. And 90 minutes duration for each test happening. Okay, you can also form groups. You friends can be together and then appear. You can form squads with your friends and compete and win bigger awards every week. Okay, so let's see. Like, share and subscribe this session and let's get going. So don't forget to register and start. It's like a game. Start playing right away. Every day win prizes. Okay, now let's see. We are talking, oh my God, look at that, how beautiful an animation can be. Transmission of impulses. Now I'm going to be talking about transmission of impulses via the gap. What did we do yesterday? We talked about the transmission of nerve impulse in a neuron. Okay, where we talked about 3 phases: polarized, depolarized and repolarized phase. Okay, and do you remember, kids? We talked about certain passageways, voltage-gated channels, leaky channels always open, and then we talked about, yes, the dad of all, sodium-potassium pump, throw 3 sodium out, 2 potassium in. That was sodium-potassium pump, right? Now, let's continue with, now the nerve impulse has reached up to the end of the neuron. Make it jump. How? There is a gap there. There is a gap. What do you call that gap? You call that gap as synapse. There is a gap called synapse. Not easy to jump. The nerve impulses next neuron, but there is a gap there. I can't jump, Mom, I can't jump. Okay, of course you can. You can jump. We have some special chemicals which will help the nerve impulse jump from one neuron to another neuron. Let's study that. And that's what is happening. Look at that. These are called as neurotransmitters. These are the neurotransmitters. Oh my God. Look at that. Okay, this is one neuron. This is another neuron. This is the gap. What is the gap called? Synapse. What is this neuron called? This neuron is presynaptic neuron, and this neuron is called as the postsynaptic neuron. Presynaptic neuron and postsynaptic neuron, right? Let's start. Okay, now this is the image which I showed you yesterday. Okay, we have talked about the nerve impulse in one neuron like this. And which ions were so important? Na plus and K plus. You remember sodium VGCs, potassium VGCs, and of course pump had sodium and potassium movements also. I spoke about 2 ions yesterday in the previous session, which is the generation and conduction of nerve impulse through a neuron. Now, second part, check your NCERT book, keep it open. Has the monitor given the right instructions? Monitor, where are you? Okay. Yes, I have two monitors and I hope somebody has done the job. All right. Now, NCERT book, there is an image there of synapse. We are doing that. We are talking about transmission of impulses. Same topic is there. This is majorly via the gap, the synapse. Okay, and as I have written here, bache, what is it which is going to be important for the jumping of the nerve impulse in the synapse? Calcium. Are we talking sodium ion, potassium ion? No. Now we are talking what? Calcium. We are talking calcium. All right, let's talk about how beautiful. Look at that. A nerve impulse is transmitted from one neuron to another through the junctions called as beautiful synapses. What is there in your body which is not beautiful? Nothing. Everything is so beautiful. Okay, look at the synapses. This is the synapse. Okay. Oh my God. Every screen is, oh my God, screen. All right. A synapse. This is the synapse. Okay. This is the synapse. All right. What is synapse formed of? Three components. Three components. And all three are important. Okay. What is synapse formed of? There is this membrane. This membrane will play a very important role. What is this membrane? This is the membrane of a presynaptic neuron. What is it going to do? It is going to release the chemical neurotransmitter. It is going to release the chemical neurotransmitter. Okay, then there is this membrane. What is this membrane? Membrane of the postsynaptic neuron. What is it going to do? It is going to be having some very important receptors. In fact, yesterday, I think Danny, was it you? You asked me something which I said I'll talk to you about it tomorrow. I think it was Danny only. Okay, somebody asked me, ma'am, please explain ligand-gated channels. I talked about voltage-gated channels, VGCs. Somebody asked me, Ritu ma'am, what are ligand-gated channels? Now, it's here. It's today we are going to be talking about it. There are receptors. Those receptors are those channels. What are we going to be calling them? Ligand-gated channels. And although it's not there in NCERT, but it's going to make my brat so much smarter. Okay, so there is the membrane of presynaptic neuron. There is the membrane of postsynaptic neuron. And there is a beautiful gap. There is a gap present. What is that gap called as? Synaptic cleft. Space. Cleft is the space. Okay, so this is synaptic cleft. So this is, these three components, all of these three components, they form the synapse. They form the synapse. All right. Now let's see here. There are two types of synapses. Look at these two, bache. Synapses may have a gap. Synaptic cleft may not have a gap. Okay, do you see there is a gap here? Where neurotransmitter is released, there is a gap here. Okay, and then you see there are receptors. Do you see these dumbbell-shaped receptors? They're opening, they opened. Okay, now let's see. This is a chemical synapse because there is a chemical which is released in between the two neurons. So that's a chemical synapse. Okay, look at this. There is the gap which was there actually is bridged. The gap which is there is actually bridged by some bridges, connections. Okay, what are those connections called as? They are gap junctions. They are, you studied it in epithelial tissue. Gap junctions. Proteins, the proteins. Okay, they are proteins. There are gap junctions connecting the two neurons. Okay, presynaptic and postsynaptic terminals, ends are connected by this. They are called as electrical synapses. No chemical released in between. There is no synaptic cleft working in here. There is no synaptic cleft here. There is synaptic cleft here where the chemical is released. So chemical versus electrical. Let's do two of them, and that's it for today. First, I'm starting with the electrical synapses. Do you have electrical synapses in your body, or it's all chemical synapses? Give me one example. You talk. I've been speaking since last 20 minutes. You talk. Example. Give me electrical synapse. I've not taught anything till now. Do you have electrical synapses? Okay. Just say, where do you have it? If yes is your answer, where do you have electrical synapses? Answer me. Do you have? Dharanish, thank you, bache. Page 319. Janvi is saying in central nervous system we have. Okay. Binatul is saying yes we have. Danny is saying yes we have. Priyadarshini is saying yes we have. Where are others? Where are the synapses? Okay, everybody is saying we have electrical synapses. Okay, now, okay, such smart kids. Okay, where did I get such smart batch from? All right, let's talk about it. Okay, how much fun biology can be? Look at that. This is one neuron, this is another neuron. There are the synapses and presynaptic neuron, postsynaptic neuron. There are these gap junctions present. Okay, there are these special proteins present. Okay, proteins are connecting the two neurons, presynaptic and postsynaptic neuron. Okay, they are called as connexins. Actually, they are called as connexins. Okay, and the nerve impulse will pass through directly from one neuron to another neuron like that. The connection is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's almost like the nerve impulse is passing through one neuron only. It's not two neurons. It's so smooth. It's actually like it's passing through one neuron only. All right, let's read about it. Okay, the membranes of presynaptic and postsynaptic neurons are in very close proximity. They are very close together. Okay, the narrow gap between the two neurons is known as gap junction. Okay, this is, write it down, it's not there, I don't remember. Gap junction is there or no in NCERT. These are gap junctions. If gap junction is there, I am 100% sure. Little bit of gap junction is not there. Add it on here. What is a gap junction? Here we are talking about these bridges between the two neurons. What are we calling them? Gap junctions. Okay, look at that. How beautiful. Look at that. These are the gap junctions. Okay, this is a gap junction. This one. Okay, they are hydrophilic channels. They are hydrophilic, water-loving channels. Okay, now this is, they are these channels. Okay, this one. Okay, say this one. All right, these are called as connexins. Right, and what is it exactly? Look at that. How many in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? What is this 6? A connection, also known as connexin hemichannels, is an assembly of 6 proteins. Okay, is an assembly of 6 proteins called as connexins that forms a pore for the gap junction. These are the pores forming. Okay, pores for the gap junction between the cytoplasm of the adjacent cells. Which cells are we talking about? We are talking about neurons right now. Okay, so this is little bit extra for my smarter kids, which is you. Okay, so we are talking about electrical impulses. We are saying that in electrical impulses, which is faster, because there is no tamasha happening. What is the tamasha I am talking about? The drama I am talking about. The drama of chemical is going to be released, then it is going to get attached to the receptor, then receptors will open up, and then the action potential will go to the next neuron. All that drama, the tamasha, in the chemical synapses. It's not happening. It's not happening. All right. What is happening in here is quickly the nerve impulse is traveling from one neuron to another neuron because we have those gap junctions in between. All right. So these are connections. People will talk about gap junctions. You are Ritu ma'am student. You will say, oh, you're talking about connections. Okay, this is that. 6 proteins. Okay, and that's how they are. All right, now let's talk about little more about electrical impulse synapses. Electrical current flows directly from one neuron to another. Okay, impulse transmission across an electrical synapse is always faster. I told you there's not all those things, steps which are coming in the chemical synapse. We are going to be doing chemical synapse also. Okay, so here look at that, presynaptic, postsynaptic, and directly this is happening. Okay, transmission of an impulse across the electrical synapses is very similar to as if it's moving in exon, like that. How we did yesterday. Okay, so it's like directly one neuron only. The connection is so beautiful. All right, electrical synapses are rare in our system, but where are they? But you said yes, they are there. I say yes, they are there. Okay, your answer was correct, but saying yes, any student will say yes, they are there. You are my child. You have to tell me where are they present. I'm going to be teaching you my most favorite topic in this chapter, eyes. Okay, ears. All right, eyes, rods and cones in the retina, they have electrical synapses. I told you, rods and cones are modified bipolar neurons. They are neurons. Electrical synapses, I'm going to be teaching you in rods and cones. So give me one example, my children. It's in the retina of the eye. And in the retina also you can tell me rods and cones. And yes, somebody said it. I think, Lini, did you say that? CNS. Yes, CNS. And you know what? Electrical synapses are so important when you were a little embryo in mama's womb. Little embryo, yes, you were this much. Okay, I'm talking you this much. Okay, you were little embryo in mama's womb and your neurons were forming. And most of the neurons in your body right now have chemical synapses. But the beginning was from electrical synapses. It was electrical synapses which actually made way for the formation of chemical synapses. So embryonic neurons, electrical synapses. Okay, and yes, in your CNS, yes, electrical synapses, some places. All right, in your eye, yes, they are there. All right, so these are electrical synapses. Now let's see this. This is my most favorite drama. It is drama, but it's my most favorite drama happening. Look at that. There is a cleft and there is chemical released in here. Okay, the membranes of the pre and postsynaptic neurons are separated by a cleft. These are chemical synapses. These are chemical synapses. Okay. Now let's see what happens in here. Okay, in the chemical synapse. Let us see how the presynaptic neuron transmits an impulse which is called as action potential across the synaptic cleft to the postsynaptic. What is happening in here? Look at that. Presynaptic neuron, postsynaptic neuron, the cleft, and these kind of images. Okay, yeah, beautiful. All right, now let's see. Chemical synapse. And this is one of my most favorite gifs of chemical synapse. Look how beautifully, you can see the vesicles in the synaptic bulbs. This is a synaptic bulb. You can see the vesicles full of acetylcholine, which is the most common neurotransmitter. Okay, look at these channels. Look at these channels down there. These are the ones which Ritu ma'am is saying ligand-gated channels. These are the ones. These are the ones. These proteins are the ligand-gated channels. How they function, we are going to be seeing. Neurotransmitter is involved in here. chemical synapse. So it has to be a chemical present in here. Neurotransmitters are involved in the transmission of impulses at the chemical synapses. The exon terminals contain synaptic vesicles which are filled with the neurotransmitter. This is a beautiful animation, bache, to make you understand a lot of things. Now here, I'm taking you little ahead, over and above NCERT, little bit, which gives you better clarity, Okay, now let's see. This is the neuron, presynaptic neuron. Nerve impulse reaches the end of the axon. What is the end of the axon? Axon terminal leading into those synaptic bulbs, which I also call as synaptic buttons or synaptic bulbs. Okay, now it's reached here. Now look at the green ones. Here. Do you see this? What is happening in here? You tell me what is happening in here. When the nerve impulse reaches the end of the neuron, these green channels open. What are these green channels? What is getting inside the green channels without which it's not going to proceed? It's not going to. This neuron, the other neuron will not get any signal until these channels, the green one, come on back baby, come on. Okay, those green channels, they open up. Calcium voltage gated channels. Calcium has to diffuse in. Influx of calcium. Let's do it step by step. Action potential arrives at the end of the axon. What is the end of the axon? Axon terminal. Action potential is arrived at the end of the axon. Now these VGCs open and calcium influx happens. Calcium VGCs open. Where are calcium voltage gated channels present? At the axon terminal. Okay, calcium VGCs open and calcium moves inside. Look at that. Influx of calcium. Calcium attaches to the vesicles. That stimulates the vesicle to release the neurotransmitter acetylcholine. Acetylcholine attaches to the ligand-gated channels. The pink one, ligand-gated channels. And ligand-gated channels open up. They open up. What happens after that? In the next screen. But first, let's have a quick recap. The action potential reaches the end of a neuron. Now it has to jump to the next one. Okay, first thing, when it reaches the end of the neuron, the axon terminals have got calcium voltage gated channels. They open. Calcium moves inside, attaches to the vesicle. Calcium attaches to the vesicles, and vesicles releases by exocytosis, they release the neurotransmitter, stimulates the movement of synaptic vesicle towards the membrane. Vesicles fuse with the plasma membrane and neurotransmitter acetylcholine is released in the gap, in the synaptic cleft. Let's see next. Now what happens? The neurotransmitter which is released here attaches to the ligand-gated channels. See these ligand-gated channels. The released neurotransmitter binds to the specific receptors, which in this animation is pink in color. Okay, which I'm calling as ligand-gated channels. I'm going to give you the difference also. Hold on. I'm calling it so many times so that you remember. There's calcium voltage-gated channels, ligand-gated channels. So you only will tell me. Calcium VGCs. These are voltage-gated channels. Okay, now we will see the difference. Hold on. Receptors are present on the postsynaptic membrane. What is the receptor? Ligand-gated channels. These are ligand-gated channels. These are the receptors. Okay, the binding of the neurotransmitter. The neurotransmitter, these pink balls here, they bind to the receptors, the ligand-gated channels, and the channels open up. The channel opens up. All right. And what happens? Ion entry generates. Which ion? You have to tell me. This opens up. Now let's see. Let me see who you were with me in the last session, and let me see if you remember it, because this is the question which I am expecting 100% all Ritu ma'am students to be giving me the right answer. Okay, now see this. Let me make it. Okay, this is acetylcholine. I am drawing the neurotransmitter acetylcholine. Acetylcholine released in the synaptic cleft. Acetylcholine attaches to the ligand-gated channels. Okay, and ligand-gated channels, they open up. Okay, ligand-gated channels open up. Now, when these channels open up, something goes inside. Okay, let me see. Let me talk about it. Okay, there is something which goes inside. Okay, there is something which goes inside. And this something which goes inside, it creates the nerve impulse. It sets in the action potential. It sets in the action potential in the next neuron. What is it that's going in? What is it? That influx of what? Influx of what? Tanisha, Manikandan, absolutely right. Only 2 students gave me answer. Why is everybody not talking to Ritu ma'am? Why is everybody not talking to Ritu ma'am? This is so bad. How is my Friday going to be good? Lini, yes. Faizan, yes. Danny, yes. Bonabel, yes. Karthik, yes. Now people are talking. Such lazy people. You are such lazy people. Ritu ma'am asked, 1 person answers, 2 people answer. Okay, correct answer has come. No. I want to talk to each and every one of you. Don't behave like potassium VGCs. Don't behave like potassium VGCs. You remember potassium VGC? They were lazy. They were not closing properly. So much of potassium went out quickly. Okay, that was a chance to go out. It's as if school gate is open, so you all rush out. So when potassium VGC was lazy and closing very slowly, hyperpolarization had happened. Negative overshoot had happened. So don't behave lazy potassium VGCs. Okay. Oh my God, does it sound like something wrong? Okay, no, it doesn't. All right. So yes, sodium ions. Okay, yesterday I talked about how does the action potential set in? How does the nerve impulse generate? One thing, the influx of Na plus by sodium VGCs. That was that. Okay, now let's see here. Okay, so this is what has happened now, and here this is for all of you to have the clarity about the 2 channels we are talking about. First, the voltage gated channels. Yesterday also we did sodium VGCs, potassium VGCs. Today we talked about calcium VGCs. Okay, what are the, okay, right now all these channels are proteins. Okay, all these channels are proteins. And okay, now here see this. Voltage gated channels, they respond to the changes in the membrane potential. Nerve impulse reaches the end, okay, will lead to depolarization. That is what opens the voltage gated channels. Voltage, see this, the charges, the polarization, that causes this, and then the sodium will start moving inside, and inside will become positive and outside will become negative. Voltage gated channels respond to the changes in the membrane potential. Got that right, Vichy? But you saw the ligand gated channels at the postsynaptic neuron as a receptor. What was happening? What was attaching to it? Some molecule, some ion, neurotransmitter. Here in this case, the neurotransmitter attached to it. Okay, so ligand gated channels respond when something attaches a ligand. What is a ligand? Ligand can be an ion, a molecule, or a neurotransmitter. Okay, at an allosteric site. What is an allosteric site? Okay, let's see what is an allosteric site. And then it opens up. Okay. Let's see. Okay, it stopped at the wrong time. Okay, now I will make one. I will make one. This is, okay, no, hold on. I'll make better than, sorry. Okay, I'll make better than this. I'm making a ligand-gated channels. It's like this. Okay, it's this. Okay, this is a ligand-gated channels. All right, now there is a line here. I'm drawing a line here. Okay, just like that, I'm shading it. Okay, we like it, na? Sometimes we have nothing much to do, so we are doing things like tamasha like this. Okay, now this. Now what happens here? Okay, it's got a kind of depression in here. Okay, where our neurotransmitter is going to have a kind of a induced fit kind of an arrangement in here. Okay, so this is the neurotransmitter which fits into this little depression in the protein. This is what? It's a protein. Okay, now remember, there is this one rule of proteins which you should never forget. What is a protein? Protein is a complex chain of amino acids. Okay, now anything attaching to protein will change its shape. Anything detaching from protein will change its shape. We call it conformational changes. Conformation means structure. Okay, changes. So anything attaching. Now this attached, the neurotransmitter attached, what is going to happen? The gate, this channel is going to open. Okay, and how is it going to open? Like this. It's going to open like this. This is open channel. The channel open. Okay, now see, where did the neurotransmitter attach? Did it attach to the channel here? No. It did not attach inside where it's opening up. It attached to a place away or other than the channel. It attached to a place other than the channel, not here anywhere. That is called as allosteric site. Okay, it is attached to an allosteric site, which is other side than the opening, the channel. Okay, so this is ligand-gated channels. Something, an ion, a molecule, a chemical like neurotransmitter attaches to it, protein changes its shape, conformational changes happen, and it opens up. And it opens up like this. And yes, then either sodium ions or depending on what is being transported is that. Did you understand that? Did anything attach here? No. This was just it is something we say the membrane potential changes. The membrane potential changes brought about the opening of the channel. Something attached there. Okay, so there are two here ligand-gated channels, and then there is something they are also showing mechanically gated channel. Mechanically gated channel, but the stimulus is kind of say like pressure. Pressure is there, okay, that opens up these channels. That's mechanically gated. You can just ignore it. You can ignore it. But yes, these two you should remember. These are smart things to know. These are, oh my God, time flies with you all. Chemical synapses. Okay, now see, I've given this. Calcium is VGCs. Calcium voltage gated channels in the green color. Look at that. These are calcium. This is because of the membrane potential. They changes in the membrane potential, they open. This is because the neurotransmitter attached to it. These are ligand gated channels. Is that clear to my kids? This is the image which is there in NCERT. After all those beautiful moving images and colorful, big, larger than life images, we have to come back to NCERT images. because these are the images which are going to be helping us be the doctors. Okay, we want to be. So let's talk about this image now. Everything in this image you should be knowing. Okay, what is there? Where is what written you should know? This is exon. Everybody look at your book also. Exon. Okay, then exon terminal. Okay, exon terminal. There are synapses. Look at that. Where is it pointing? When you are studying a diagram, look at the arrow where it is pointing. Okay, synaptic vesicle. Then presynaptic membrane, postsynaptic membrane, and the cleft. Okay, these three things together, they form the synapse. Observe where it is. Presynaptic, pura, just look at where arrow is ending. Okay, here, the cleft, here. And then receptors. And you're so smart now, you know these are ligand-gated channels. Okay, these are the receptors. And what are these golden balls here? Okay, neurotransmitters. They are the neurotransmitters. Everything, look at where arrow is there. Is this topic clear to you? Is it clear to you? And finally, what I do the best to make it simple for you, the difference in here, chemical synapse and electrical synapse. Yes, I want those hearts because topic is over and I want my hearts, I want my love, I want your favorite emojis there. Whatever is your Friday mood, today is Friday, it's Jumma, it's called Jumma, yeah. Okay, so it's our Friday mood. So we are happy people and we have done something so wonderful. At least today in the lecture, we came to know, even if you came to, look at that, even if you came to know one thing, ligand-gated channels and voltage-gated channels. Okay, perfect. We have done it all. Don't worry about anything else. Enjoy your weekend. Okay, now let's, okay. My God, look at that. Bharat, why you were late? No worry, you are there now. Calvin, Penguin. Muthu, I did not take your name. Sorry, Janvi is there, Faizan is there. All right, now look at that. The membranes of presynaptic and postsynaptic neurons are separated by the synaptic cleft. The gap is there. Chemical, there is no gap. There are gap junctions present. You know those proteins, connections, okay, they are present there. Then the chemical synapses use neurotransmitter. There is no neurotransmitter there. Chemoreceptors are present on the postsynaptic membrane. Chemoreceptors are not present. The ligand-gated channels, transmission of impulse is slow, transmission of impulse is fast. Now see the example. Most of the neurons in you are chemical, have chemical synapses. Okay, now here, found in the retina. Smell, olfactory bulbs. Olfactory bulbs are also in the brain, bache. Okay, and cerebrum. Cerebral cortex, they are there. Electrical synapses, they are much faster. Oh, look at that. Isn't that making us smarter? Okay, before we start talking about these questions, okay. But after this week, next week, I am going for a very short holidays. Okay, I'm going to meet my parents. Right, and they are eagerly waiting for me, and so am I. Okay, so the regular classes, there would be a little gap, but I will keep sending you some messages and videos from wherever I am. So for a short while, 5-6 days, I will be gone to mom and dad. They are waiting for me. Okay, so do miss me a lot. Tomorrow we are doing Menti. Tomorrow morning, up to here, whatever we have studied, we are doing Menti. Okay, but once I'm gone, be my good children. Don't stop studying and working towards your dream. Okay, I'll be back very soon. And there is one thing which you need to do mandatory, compulsorily you need to do. You need to miss me a lot. Okay, now let's see. Let's talk about this. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Incorrect. Okay, check it out. It's incorrect. It's incorrect about the electrical synapses. We have that. Okay, now. I will tell you, Bonabel, I'll tell you. I'll tell you how to join Telegram. One, Tanisha. Okay. Priyadarshini, no, I'll be back very soon. Very, very, very soon. Okay. And electrical synapses, the membrane of prion are very, very good. True. Flow directly from one neuron to another. True. Transmissions of an impulse across it is very similar to impulse conducting. True. Okay. Electrical synapses pass electrical signals between cells with the... No. Chemical is not there. Chemical is not there. This is false. Electrical synapses are fast. True. Electrical synapses are rare in our system. True. Okay. So C is the answer. Next. This is the image in your NCERT book. I told you every labeling you should know. What? Now do it. Second. Faizan, Mani, Mayuri, Priya, Lini, Rafiq, Rohan, Meenu. Rohan, why your heart got an attack? I'm coming tomorrow. 2, Priyadarshini, Tanisha, Mayuri, is it B? Exon terminal synaptic vesicle. Exon terminal synaptic vessel. C is what? Synaptic left. Yes. I think it's B, you're right. Next. My God, look at the beauty of the nerve impulse transmission. Receptor sites for neurotransmitters is present where? Where are the receptors present? Where are the receptors present? Sandesh, hi bache, how are you? Sandesh, why didn't I see your name? Harini, you're there. Abhay, what are you not getting, bache? You're not getting the answer? C is the answer. Okay, C is the answer. Receptor sites for neurotransmitter. What are we asking? We are asking those ligand-gated channels. Where are the receptors present? Acetylcholine. Okay, that is C. Yes, Sandesh C. Next, last question for today. This is the last question for today. Abhay got it. Which of the following is not a feature of chemical synapse? Take your time, read it comfortably. Tanisha, very good, bache. Tanisha, Priyadarshini, Mayuri, Danny, Swati, Danny, okay. Okay, that was that. That was this. All right. Now I'm asking you something which is not here. Okay. Bonabel, yes. All right, Bonabel, I'll show you the Telegram link also. I'll show you. Okay. Tell me what am I talking about? Am I talking about voltage-gated channels or am I talking about ligand-gated channels? Okay. I'm talking about, okay, your options are VGCs, voltage-gated channels, or you will be writing ligand-gated channels. Okay. Come on. How slow it is. Like you, some of you. Okay, yes it is. Okay. Okay. Ligand-gated channels. All right. Now, Danny, was it you who asked me yesterday? Somebody had asked me. Okay. My question to you. You have to tell me VGC or LGC. Okay. Calcium moving inside in the exon terminals. Calcium moving inside at the exon terminal. It was you, Rohan? Okay. Now it's clear. VGC, VGC, VGC. Faizan, Muthu, Danny, Priya, Swati. Swati, no, it's not LGC, bache. It's VGC. Okay. Done, done, done. Okay. Second. Okay. Now second. Second one. Acetylcholine attaching to the receptors. What am I talking? Acetylcholine attaching to the receptors. Ligand-gated channels. Abe, Priya, Swati, Mani, Danny, Rohan, Tanisha. Beautiful. No doubts? Absolutely clear? Yes, it is clear. Okay. Now that is the answer key for you. And yes, we talked about this. Let's talk about, okay, downloading the Vedantu app. Click the NEET crash course. This is for NEET 2021 crash course. Yes, I want my hearts there. Then click on the coupon code, 40% discount. Please fill the coupon code RGCC. RGCC is the coupon code. Batch starts from 22nd of March. Still time there. So join in. The link is available in the description. Bache, test series for the doubt solving for NEET 2021. 20% discount in the test series. Apply with the coupon code RGCC. Okay, and this is for you, Bonnabel. You were saying Telegram link. Join us on Telegram. If you are not there already, you will keep getting to know what is Ritu ma'am doing the next day. Okay, it's vdnt.in/NEET Elite. vdnt.in/NEET Elite. Okay, so this is where you have to join. Bonnabel, you got it right? My hearts for you all. Like, share and subscribe, students. And it was so wonderful to start my weekend with you all. It was lovely, lovely, students. Be my good children. Stay smiling and don't forget, Ritu ma'am loves you completely, totally. Take good care of yourself. Thank you, everybody.